So, a while back, a few months ago, it was basically 2018, I got up one day, had myself some coffee, and just checked on my Fire Stick on YouTube and just was surfing the web. Now, I usually don't watch Mr. Enter that much because it's kind of obvious that I'm not that type of fan of him. But basically, he came out with this response video to literally everybody that criticizes him. I'm going to put this into details and just say the clip notes. I'm the victim, y'all are the problem, I get harassed every time, boo-hoo on me. Basically, I wasn't mad with the video, but I did find it to be some bullshit, basically. Like, the amount of shit caused by Jonathan Enter, it's so bad, you guys. Like, and basically this dude is just like, I don't want to over-exaggerate, but this dude is like the literal cancer of the cartoon community. And don't get me wrong, because of Mr. Enter, I don't find a problem with most cartoon reviewers. There's a few people that I like Rebel Taxi, Saber Spark, yeah, a few more, and Anti-Mac. I started watching him recently. Basically, Mr. Enter goes on like this full-ass, long-ass video saying how he's the victim and we should just feel bad about him, but basically, karma, that's basically karma on him for all the shit he's done over the years, basically. Now, the biggest thing that he did, basically, and I know this shit is old, but I'm not letting it go. Basically, he reviewed a certain SpongeBob episode, and he might have got a little agitated over it, saying it teaches bad lessons, and saying, oh yeah, crime does solve your problems after all, which I do find a little exaggerated, but maybe some kids teach that strategy, we don't know. But basically, Mr. Enter went on this long-ass tangent with the writers of SpongeBob, to the point where his gang of fans and cronies, like his retarded fan base, basically, if you don't know, like I said in my first video, for every bad YouTuber, there's a bad fan base. And basically, all these fans started harassing the Twitter pages of most of the SpongeBob writers. And basically, I find it a little hypocritical that we're supposed to feel bad for him just because a few people made a few videos about him. And basically, I know I'm not the first one to make a video about him. And personally, I think Turkey Tom's opinion about him is pretty valid. Even if he is the Keemstar of the cartoon community, he makes some valid points. Clay Claymore makes some valid points about him. As much as you want to disagree with him, he makes some valid points. Also, basically, he says, yes, I know that the Indiegogo shit with the whole growing around shit, basically, I never read it, and I probably don't want to. Basically, he was trying to make a cartoon on his magnum opus, which, when you really think about it, it has all the cliches that Mr. Enter hates. Yet he wants to make a cartoon about it. But one thing he didn't realize though was Jonathan Enter is so fucking poor and cheap. His videos exist on about well, let's just say a $50 budget. So yeah, never mind hiring writers or hell, even sponsoring Rooster Teeth for that matter. No, you don't want to do that. Just pretty much just steal all your, pretty much just steal all your fans' money on some Noah Antweiler shit. Like, seriously, he never made the cartoon. And I can kind of see why, because, like, seriously, look at Mr. Enter. Would you really think that this guy, like this dude that probably lives in his parents' basement or some shit, basically is will make a full-fledged cartoon, basically. And it's not only the cliches that he hates, it's the cliche that everybody hates when a cartoon tries to touch on a sensitive topic, that type of shit. Basically, it's kind of like Steven Universe, but let me get into deeper detail. Basically, Mr. Enter, he did not take inspiration, he did not do anything, he did not create his own work. He basically took like this running short that used to be on Disney Channel and just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just take that property and just make my own story about that. Now, many people will find that hypocritical because I might do that as well. Yes, the Dorian Harris movie, y'all might search for that on Wattpad. Yes, it took some inspiration from movies, but at least I'm honest about it. I don't have to go on like a whole fucking, I don't have to ask a bunch of fucking strangers on Indiegogo to say, hey, give me your money. It's not like I'm gonna take that shit for myself and basically just say, ha, I got your back, and I'm not gonna make the cartoon for you. And to be honest, if we really got the cartoon, it would just be as bad as any other bad cartoon that Mr. Enter made. Telling by the trailer, it looked bad, basically. According to the Clay Claymore video, he was going to touch into deep topics about, like, you know, the typical shit that'll make a good cartoon, as you will. Basically, you touch on religion, you touch on gay rights, and everything. And most cartoons can pull that off, as long as they do it cleverly as possible, with clever writing and good characters, and they don't try to shove your throat down with all these morals and shit. That's what makes some cartoons gooey. But shit like Steven Universe just pretty much just say, hey, we got two lesbian space rocks. That's something for you to like. And I just hate it when cartoon reviewers just say, this is the best cartoon of all time, because it really isn't. But I'm getting off track. Mr. Enter, basically, his whole goal failed on that website. And he willingly admits it with callousness. Basically, and not only he tries to says, I'm going to get back to the whole, he says, the people who made videos, like me, and basically like anybody who made a video about him, is basically saying, we're harassing him. Because, yeah, calling you out on your bullshit is basically harassment to people. I mean, this man is confusing, y'all. He's really confusing. And yes, anytime he spews some bullshit, I go to his document on Encyclopedia Dramatica. Good website. I don't really approve of the whole, you know, racial differences, but it's satire. You're not supposed to take it serious. But anyway, Mr. Enter is just this pointless man-child, and that's just his image. No matter how much he tries to change his differences, no matter what, we will just see him as this dude just getting pissed off over kids' cartoons, mind you. Now, about the whole reviewing the kids' cartoon thing, it's kind of like reviewing a kid's movie. I fully am aware that a kid's movie gotta have quality. But by most of the movies you review, John, you compare them to Pixar. But I'm gonna just quote from yourmoviesucks.com. Pixar is not flawless. They've made some flops too. I mean, you can't admit that. Cars too. That's another video to do. And basically, that was a money grab, and Pixar knew it, basically. I feel like I'm rambling about shit, but I feel like I'm getting to something here. Mr. Enter is just basically this... He's not even a man-child. He's just this lonely man that just basically says, I'm not gonna just say anything. I'm not even gonna do anything at this point. He still makes cartoon videos though. And he even got this new logo aside from his MS Painting shirt from his logo. He just kind of makes this like this logo that doesn't even make sense with his character. Yeah, sure, Mysterious Mr. Enter, that's in his name, but why the hell does, like, what the hell does a hat, cartoon eyes, and a trench coat got to do with your character? You're not a noir detective, you're a guy that reviews cartoons. And his opinions still be bullshit. I don't watch his videos, but they're still be bullshit. But basically, I just wanted to make this video. It's the first video I made on 2019. And, you know, I just wanted to get all my frustrations out on this guy. And recently, the reason why I did this is because the late Steven Hillenburg died a few months ago. And it made me think of Mr. Enter just shitting on his cartoon. So, yeah, not only is Mr. Enter a man-child, he's completely devoted of people who like him. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if he made fun of Stan Lee's death. Because that's just the kind of heartless bastard that he is. No matter how much he tries to play the victim card, he would always be this dude that just yells at cartoons for no particular reason. But that's all I got to say. I will be making videos more often than I will, because, you know, not a lot of views get to this channel. At least I can admit that. But yeah, that's all I got to say. This has been Viral Stupidity with Dorian Harris. And I'll see you next time.